Yeah. Can I start?
Yeah.
Hello everyone. This Saturday, let us delve into the dark world of Indian cave ecology with our speaker, Mr. Jehu Nadar. Mr. Jehu Nadar, our social media associate at Green Yatra, leverages his expertise in geology to advocate for native species among the general populace. Join us as we uncover the secrets of one of Earth's most extreme habitats where light fails to penetrate yet life persists. As one of India's premier environmental organizations, Green Yatra is dedicated to designing, planning, and providing solutions for individual and community level sustainability. So let's not miss out this opportunity to journey into the depths of cave ecology with us. So let's start session 2.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jehu Nadar, and I'll be today completing the part 2 of the session, which we began last week of the Sustainable Saturday. So we were talking about the cave ecology in India. So I'll give a quick recap of what happened in the last session. So what is a cave? A cave is any small cavity, void in earth in which a human can fit inside. So there are many kinds of caves. For example, would be tectonic caves. Happens when earth splits apart due to the forces present inside the earth. So that's one example. Talus caves were formed when rocks, landslides occur and big rocks haphazardly fall on top of each other, and this kind of caves are very unstable. And then there are ski caves, which are due to the erosion caused by sea waves, like water erodes the cliffs on the sea coastal areas, and such caves are common across India near the coastal regions and in the islands of India. Glacier caves are not very commonly seen in India, but in the northernmost part of the India, like in the Himalayas, they are found, and they are formed by ice, the freezing and cooling of ice. Like Aeolian caves are not well studied in India. Even this example is not completely, like, we don't know for sure that whether is this an Aeolian cave or not. But this is the most uh, common, like most relevant example of Aeolian cave in India. So this kind of case are called rock shelter case. They are formed when stronger kind of rock, for example, a granite is on the top shelf, and in the bottom there is a limestone kind of rock, shale kind of rock, which can erode easily. So over time, that weak rock in the bottom erodes away, leaving the top heavy rock, strong rock in the air, hanging in the air. So this is called rock shelters. And these are lava tubes. This kind of caves are also called primary caves because they are formed the same time when the surrounding rocks are also formed. So in previous examples, first the earth will be present, then due to gradual erosion, the cave will be formed. But in here, cave will be formed. Cave is formed at the same time as the surrounding structure is also formed. This is because this kind of rocks are formed, caves are formed when lava flows. This is Western Deccan Trap, very famous volcanic activity area in the many millions of years ago. So when lava flows through this part, the outer layer of the lava, when it is exposed to the atmosphere, right? So it cools down, but the lava continues to flow in the inside of the rock. So when the lava completely flows out, the outer shell of the lava hardens into a rock, and we can see this kind of lava tubes in the Western Ghats sort of region in India, like in Maharashtra, especially. So solution caves are formed when limestone, huge swaths of limestone are present in the ground, below the ground level, and if the area has heavy waterfall, not waterfall, rainfall. So heavy rainfall, acidic environment, basically forest. So when rainfall flows through as forest, the water gets more acidic. The rainwater gets more acidic due to the rotting organic content, the dead leaves, those sort of dead fruit, uh, rotting fruits, those sort of stuff will make the rainwater even more acidic, and this will cause the limestone beneath the ground to erode away, and huge ecosystems of cavities are formed below the earth, And India has lots of limestone deposits, so they are called as limestone karst. India has lots of limestone deposits, as you can see here. This blue regions and this green regions, they are found all over India. But the specific conditions I mentioned, right? Heavy rainfall, high elevation, and hot and humid climate, which it's necessary for such limestone ecosystems, like limestone karst ecosystems to form. And this is seen. This all these conditions are met only at Meghalaya in India, and hence Meghalaya is home to like huge number of caves and lots of cave animals also. So speleothems are cave formations present within this specific solution caves, like within this limestone caves. I told you just now, like this stalagmites and stalactites. Stalactites are sea for sealing. They are formed from sealing due to dripping rainwater with calcium carbonate. When they get exposed to the cave's atmosphere, they solidify into like sharp tooth-like structure. And stalagmites are when the dripping water gets accumulated in the bottom and they gradually go up. So G for ground. So flowstone column is found when stalactites and stalagmite both ecos encounter each other and they gradually grow big. So this is called column speleothem. So there are many other kinds of speleothems, like this is a drapery one. This is moon milk. This is a pearl capels. This is like ellicite, coral white. So there are many kinds of speleothems. So why are caves interesting? Caves are like one kind of extreme habitats present in Earth. Other examples of extreme habitats in Earth would be extreme cold regions, like so Antarctica would be one, or in the deep oceans, hydrothermal vents where lava is where Earth's lava is in contact with the ocean. So those sort of and caves are also like one sort of extreme environment in Earth because the geophysical characteristics do not change at all. Caves are very stable. And why should we study caves? Because they are stable. They also maintain records of Earth's history, and we can use this data to analyze the history of Earth, and we can also predict the future of Earth, climate on Earth, those sort of stuff. And you'll be pleased to know that the latest era, in which we are living, is named after Meghalaya, Indian state. So that's something we should be proud of because we are a scientist from India and many scientists from abroad. Like they contributed, like they came together and discovered the stalagmites and stalactites, and they found that found the answer to why those Bronze Age civilizations, like if you know that Indus Valley civilization, Egyptian civilization, and Babylonian civilization, all of them fell together. Like, all of them were completely disappeared in 200 years. Like we don't know what happened to them. 4,200 years ago, we don't know what happened because these are great civilizations who are doing good at the time. But all of a sudden, they suddenly disappeared from these places. So after 4,200 years, we have now discovered that there was a extended drought for 200 years, which caused the collapse of these civilizations and caused the people to distribute across the globe. So that's a huge mystery which was solved by a simple stalagmite present in a cave in Meghalaya. So, and this data is very accurate compared to other forms of data. And any sort of tinkering with this cave, any harm to this caves will result in us losing lots of valuable biodiversity and lots of valuable biophysical, like geological data. So hence we should strive to preserve them, and hence this session. So first step towards preserving anything is to be made aware of that, of its existence, right? So that's what this session is aimed at. That we need to be aware of such beautiful, informative stuffs, like important stuff present in India, and we should strive to protect. So
Jehu,
so
yes, Jehu,
today's
so
session
these are the
today's
Jehu
session yeah.
once a minute. So these are the faunas that are found in the caves ecosystem, right?
Yeah, this animals, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Yeah. We are going to take a look at them. I'll explain their divisions according to
Okay.
classification by SCATE, according to a research paper published in 2008 by SCATE. He classified the animals present in the cave ecosystem according to their attachment level to the cave, like how dependent they are to the cave ecosystem. So the first one would be troglobiont. Troglobiont are only found inside caves. Like they are highly restricted inside caves, and outside caves they are not found at all. Maybe their close relatives can be found, but the troglobionts they are specifically adapted to live inside caves. So if you notice, some characteristics are common for all animals which are troglobionts, or else like animals which are extremely dependent, which have adapted to live inside a cave. So first thing you notice is that this fish does not have any eye at all. You can see that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because cave is completely dark. There is no light inside cave. So having an eye would be like a huge energy waste.
Okay.
Uh, and you can see that this cave animals have long sensory organs like this barbell, this mustache you can see here. It is
Yes.
long. The fins are also long. So fins are long to conserve energy. So if you have long fins, you don't have to flip them around too much to stay afloat. So you can and the color is also not there. So there is complete loss of pigment. You can see that there is
Ah, yes.
zero color present. So it's energy waste to produce color inside a cave ecosystem, because nobody will appreciate how beautiful you look inside a cave, because they nobody can look at all. So
So how they found food? How they found the prey?
what?
How they found the prey means they have to eat something. So how they look
Yeah,
for
they
the
have
prey?
to rely on this signals, like
Mustache.
the sensory organs, other sensory organs like smell, taste, and by tapping vibrations. Some of them have electric, like can detect movement inside water, so that those sort of adaptations which help them detect prey. And yeah, so it's very they are like very energy efficient. These animals do not require a lot of food to stay alive. So if you want to live inside a cave, you need to be very energy efficient. So they don't eat much, and even when little food is available to them, they will quickly put on weight. Like even a little amount of food is enough for them to gain weight exponentially. So I'll touch on this later on. So let's continue. So troglophile means whole, and phile means loving. So this cave loving, you can say that they are cave lovers, so they can inhabit both they can live inside the cave also. They can live outside the cave also. So troglobionts are only found inside caves, but uh, troglophiles can be found inside caves, and they can also be found outside the caves. Okay, and even inside in troglophiles there are two divisions. Eutroplophile. Eu means two troglophile, which are able to continuously live inside a cave. So if this animal, so this is one example of eutroplophile. Eutroplophile, because it can live inside a cave, and it can maintain its population inside a cave. So it can give birth to its young one. It can complete its complete life cycle inside a cave. Okay, it does not need to go outside to breed, to eat. It can live completely inside a cave, but it is also found outside the cave. Like this animal is also found outside the cave, but this one is not found outside the cave. This is found only inside. So you got it. You got that. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and subtroglophile are animals which live inside the cave. For example, bats. Right, bats are like caves, like to live in caves. But in order to complete their life cycle, they have to compulsorily go out to eat, to hunt, to breed, etc. So they can live inside caves, but the cave is not sufficient for them to complete their life cycle. So they have to go out. They love caves, but they can't depend on it. So those sort of animals are subtroglophiles. And the last one is troglocenes. Troglocenes are animals which are found inside caves, but uh, Abhishek, can you mute yourself, please?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So troglodytes are species which are found occasionally encountered inside caves, but they cannot be like they do not maintain a permanent population inside a cave. So that's the difference between troglodytes strictly found only in caves, can complete their entire life inside caves. Troglophiles, these both are troglophiles. They love caves, but eutroglophyte can complete its life cycle inside cave, but it is also found outside caves in the forest also. And subtroglophyte loves caves but can't complete its life cycle inside a cave. And troglodytes are animals which are occasionally found inside caves, but they are not they cannot establish their population inside cave. So this is a tree frog which can be found inside caves, but it can't complete its life cycle inside the cave. It has to come out. And apart from this, and many people confuse troglofauna and stygofauna. Stygofauna are animals which are found in the groundwater, like animals which can be found inside groundwater, like inside wells. You know, well, kua, yeah, inside wells, inside caves also. So and in so this sort of animals are not counted as troglofauna. Troglofauna are animals found only with caves above the water tables. Like, and stygofauna can be found inside wells, inside groundwater reserves, and caves also. But
So
uh,
troglofauna are found above the surface of the water.
yeah, above the surface of the water, for example, like some insects which are significant, and even this fishes, this sort of fishes which are found only in caves, are also considered as troglofauna. So stygofauna, there are some fishes, stygofauna which are found in caves also, but they are also found, they are so small that they are also found inside wells, underground, like underwater like systems present, like underwater groundwater reservoirs. They are also found in there. So they are not strictly restricted to caves only. On the other hand, this fish here is found exclusively in caves, because it is I'll tell why it is found exclusively in cave in the coming upcoming slides. So that I just told you, right? So the in order to live inside caves, you will have to have some sort of modification. So this is a cave insect. You can see that all the limbs, all its appendages are extremely long, and the antenna is also extremely long, so that it can sense around. And it has no eyes, like the eyes, there are no eyes in it. So so these are some sort of modifications which you can find in animals inside caves. So these animals also have some organs which can detect humidity in the atmosphere. So if the humidity, so generally inside caves the humidity is very high. So if you take this insect and if you come outside the cave where humidity is low, this animals can go into coma, etc. So they are not very comfortable in low humidity environment. So you can see that they are extremely adapted to cave environment only, and they can't live outside it. So, troglofauna, right, are since they are restricted to caves only, so they are very genetically, like inside a small cave, like there are high genetic variations seen in the animals present because of huge fragmentation of population. So, for example, in Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park, like new caves were found, and about 30 undescribed invertebrate species are found. So uh, like 200 caves, around 30 new species were discovered. So that highlights how important caves are to India, to the world. So they can help us in understanding how can they can help us in understanding how to survive in such extreme environments where light does not penetrate. Like so, we can use them to learn about animals which adaptations which animals use to survive in such a sort of extreme habitats, and we can use that for our own advantage in our future. And so let's learn about cave fishes. So cave fishes, I particularly like fishes, and cave fishes are something a very bizarre kind of fishes, and and it's extremely interesting to study about. So cave fishes are specifically adapted to dark. So as I told you, limestone caves, which are like huge limestone ecosystem, like you can call them karst ecosystem. So there are many caves, many huge water table, the groundwater reservoirs present below the ground. So that's called a karst ecosystem. So in this sort of caves, animals, fauna is abundant. And in India, as I told you, only Meghalaya can boast of such stuff, like such legendary animals and stuff. So so, so this is an example of fishes you can see in India. Like, so Indo Rio Nectus evazadi from Kotmus in Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh also has karst ecosystems. Cysturia populiferia. So you can see the animals in the bottom. Like, so these are representative animals. We will see more details on them in the upcoming slide also. And so these are examples of where they are found in Chhattisgarh, in Meghalaya. So Jayant Biswas is also in Meghalaya. So I am just as I told you, like stygofauna. Stygofauna are animals which are found in caves, but also found in underground environments, underground environments like wells, groundwater reserves. So blind beetles are one such fishes which are found in underground environments and wells, but they are not exclusive to caves. So we will not consider them. We do not consider them cave fishes. So let's. So this is a book, a small book I wrote, like I published on uh, what you call as cave fishes. So what of so in India there is no effort such by government to study such habitats. So the study of caves, as I told you, like so study of animals inside caves is called biospeleology. It is absent completely as absent. Why? Because the caves are not easy to access, and the environment. If you want to go to study those animals inside a cave, the first issue is that it is completely surrounded by darkness, and the humidity is extremely high. Yeah, you want to ask something?
No, no, no. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to study animals inside caves, there is always a risk that cave might suddenly fall off, or suddenly water might flood inside the cave, and you can get trapped.
Yes.
So that is high risk associated with caves. So this map in here, like you can see that uh, Meghalaya, lots of cave fishes are distributed in Meghalaya. In Chhattisgarh, you can see this is from Mumbai, and this is from Kerala. So in Mumbai and Kerala, so most of the animals, the fishes found are stygofauna, not cave fishes particularly. The fishes found in Kerala and Mumbai are stygofauna. So they are mostly found in wells like or in underground water reservoirs. So they are not found in caves at all. So we don't count them as such. Uh, so just as I told you that this is Nemacleus ebazadi from Kotmusar cave. This is a cave fish. Uh, uh, this they can survive in nutrition deficient habitats because they are a very energy efficient. They do not require lots of energy to breathe, and like they do not they have reduced respiratory intensity, decreased, like they are not very mobile. They are like very lazy, like sort of lazy, like they are like very less active. So, and you will notice that almost all the fishes I show here are all completely colorless, and will have no eyes in here, and their fins and those sort of stuff will be big. So this is Sistral larkentis. This is from Kremkang in Meghalaya, and so you can see here the adaptation. Rate of oxygen consumption by muscle tissue by the hypogean fish is remarkably lower. So fishes which are found in underground, like their oxygen consumption is extremely low, like 2.7 times low than fishes which are found in above the ground, like epigean fishes. So this is Sisustria papulifera from Jaintia Hills, also in Meghalaya. So yeah, this is tiger fauna. Can you see this? This see, as you can see, it has no eyes, it has no color, it has huge fins, huge mustaches or barbels, but it is not a cave fish because it is found in wells, like wells and groundwater reserves. So it is not considered as cave fish. So we do not consider them cave fish because they are not found in caves. They are found in underwater reserves, groundwater reserves in wells, etc. So this sort of fishes are usually discovered when like in Kerala, like these sort of fishes were discovered when people were bathing in their home and using water from a well. Okay, so the pump inside the well has sucked these fishes, and while showering, the fishes fell down on the person who was bathing, and he noticed that this fish looks extremely different, something unique, which is not known to science, and he sent the specimen of these fishes to the local government like authorities who study fishes, and hence this sort of fishes were discovered to normal people. So this is another one. Foreign glass is Ali Kunchi. So this is also from Kerala. This is also a tiger fauna. So this is also found in Wales only. Yeah, this one also. They are all from Monopterus. I'll put the link to this article, this book in the description. Don't worry, viewers.
Jehu, the previous slide, the sixth
Yeah,
slide, that fish
this
is,
one.
this one, the
Yeah.
circular one. Is it snake or fish?
Oh, it is the eel. It is an eel.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, it is an eel. So
Mhm.
it is a blind. It is colorless. Same
Mhm.
modifications, but it is not
Okay.
found inside caves. It is found inside groundwater, like in wells, etc. This is Enigma Channa Golem.
Mhm.
It is from Kerala. It is the it was discovered some 2 years ago only recently, and
Mhm.
it is included in Schedule 2 of Wildlife Protection Act of last year, like 2003 May. It was
Mhm.
included in Schedule 2. Okay, so it is that much of an important fish. So which speaks this speaks volumes about how we should conserve groundwater reserve, how like why should we conserve caves, etc. So this Enigmichana mahabali, this is also related species, but found in a different location from that one. Both are seen in Kerala only. This is Pangio bhujia. This is from also Kerala. So the present status of these species are like the data is very less. The forest, the wetlands, which recharge the groundwater. Like we need forest and wetland. Like forests in high mountains soak up rain and they slowly drip them inside the mountain. Like and this mountain forests are completely necessary for us to catch rain. So they act as sponge, right? And the wetlands also. Wetlands are found like in the plain regions, right? So this wetlands also clean the water which we use, and wetlands are also necessary. So both of this stuff we are humans are destroying them. So what happens is that, and we are also, since we are destroying forests in mountains and wetlands in plains, rainwater is not. We get rain, but the rain when it comes to mountain, it gets quickly washed off, and the water runs away to the ocean. We do not the groundwater gets does not get any new water inside it, and
Okay.
in order, because we do not conserve rainwater properly, we have
Mhm.
to depend on groundwater to meet our needs. And what happens is that when we pump all this groundwater out, and no new gets refilled inside the groundwater, the water
Mhm.
table, groundwater level goes on decreasing, and what happens is that these fishes end up getting extinct without us even knowing them that they exist. So
Okay.
you understand it, like what is happening in here, like
Mhm.
yeah, because we cut
Yeah.
down forest and wetlands, the
Mhm.
groundwater does not get recharged,
Yes.
and because we cut down forest and wetlands, the rain water is not getting inside the
Percolating.
groundwater. Yeah, and we are getting reliant even more on groundwater, even though the groundwater is already depleting because we cut down forests and wetlands. So this is a complete. So this is an example of circular economy. Like,
Yeah. Mhm.
so that's oh yeah, this is the fish I was talking to you about, like,
Yes, yes.
right? Troglobionte. This is specifically found inside caves. That too only in specific caves seen in Jayant Hills. So this is the largest subterranean fish in the world. So it holds the unique distinction of being the largest fish ever found inside a cave. Rest only found inside a cave. So there are many other subterranean fishes found across the world, in Mexico, in America, in China, in Thailand. Those sort of areas also have such sort of huge caves, like limestone cave, ecosystem of caves. But in Meghalaya, specifically in Meghalaya, specifically in the Jaintia Hills, the world's largest subterranean fish was found because the energy level present inside caves is so less that no large animals can be found inside cave. You understand that, right? The first element which we need in a this nutrition cycle, this energy cycle, right? Energy cycle charge which you have studied in school, right? The first
Mhm.
thing what you need for energy is sun, right?
True.
Sunlight.
Mhm.
But that is the only thing which is lacking inside a cave,
True.
which means that caves are already running low on energy. So all the animals which are found inside caves are specifically small and energy efficient, very small and energy efficient. But even in this energy deficient environment, we in Meghalaya, in India, this is the largest. Uh, uh, Can you mute? Yeah, thank you. This is the largest fish found in the world. So that's a huge, what do you call it? Huge discovery. So this is another fish which is found in Mumbai and Kalyan regions like Mumbai and nearby regions, but it is not a cave fish. This is called Raktam Ichthyus, Mumba. Raktam means blood and Ichthyus means fish. And Mumbai is the local deity, Mumba Devi. So yeah, so this is a short summary of the fishes found in India and specifically cave fishes and other stygofauna. So if you can see this, this is the video. This video is from. I'll link the description to this video. So this is from the Meghalaya Cave Association. This is the association which is involved in discovering and conserving caves in Meghalaya region. So this organization, the scientists in this organization were the one who discovered this fish. So this is from their Facebook page only. So I'll put the link to this video in the description so you can see that. So, can you see this? Looks beautiful, right? So they do not have any eyes, as you can see,
Yeah,
and
it's
you
very
can see
interesting.
like representation, like for size comparison.
They're responding to the ripples.
Yeah, the water is extremely clean, as you can see. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, let's continue. Enough of fishes. So cave research. Let's talk about cave research in India. So cave research in India, including speleology or the study of caves as an environment itself, as a geological structure, and biospeleology or studying the life inside caves, is in its infancy because it is not it is not studied that much. Few states witness research expeditions despite numerous caves in the country. So India has no lack of caves. Even though limestone caves are very less, there are other kinds of caves also. But the research in them is like very less. Very less people work on it. And India has this National Cave Research and Protection Organization, which is led by Dr. Jayant Biswas. So I'm thankful for this guy, like, because most of the information which you saw in my slide is from his videos in his YouTube channel only. So I'll put the link to his channel also in the description. You can take a look at his one. And this organization focuses on cave research and conservation, and the Meghalaya Adventure Association, which just which you saw the video of the fishes, which it is led by Brian Dermont Harpran Daly. Primarily explores cave in Meghalaya. So Meghalaya has this huge ecosystem of limestone karst caves, and so this organization explores caves in India. If anyone is interested in studying about caves in India, you can contact them. And this is the and you the, and this and in the right side of the slide, you can see that the book, The Cave Science, which was released last year in the December. So that's just a few months ago, in December of last year. So this is the first and only book on cave science in India. It is released by it was edited by Dr. Jayant Biswas. So if you want, you can download it, or you can order this book. It is very well written book, or you can just take a look at it in Google Scholar. Google Scholar, you can read specific pages of this book if you are interested in it. And yeah, so let's talk about the issues which are threatening caves. So in India, we are very competent in destroying everything that is has some value. So, and caves are not an exception to this cause. And unscientific limestone quarrying caused the collapse of Maumul Cave. So Maumlu Cave in Meghalaya was the cave in which we found that that stalagmite, which was helpful in dating the which was helpful in creating this Meghalayan age in which we are living right now. So Meghalayan age, right? We track the Earth's age, Cretaceous age of Cretaceous, age of
Using
that.
fossils. Using fossils.
Yeah. So this is what the age which we are living right now is called as Meghalayan age, and
Okay.
the cave, the stalagmite, which was necessary for this discovery, that the stalagmite is from this Maumlu cave only. And what we were so incompetent that this cave, which was one somewhere around 10 kilometers long, because of unscientific limestone quarrying, like because of mining, only 4 kilometers of the cave is left off, and the remaining 6 kilometer, I guess, is now completely inaccessible because of the cave structure collapsed, and the path to the 6 kilometers inside the cave is been completely sealed off now. So you can see how much we value our resources, like how much we value our environment in India. And other thing is that so Jaintia Hills, so there are coal quarrying happening in Jaintia Hills, like which are threatening us. So in India, whenever we mine stuff in such a way that the region is completely devoid of any life once the mining ends. So we don't know any we don't work on like sustainably harvesting like mining stuff. So we go inside, we completely break the environment, we completely loot everything in the grounds, earth's resource. And then once the mining is complete, there is the ground has been poisoned to such an extent that nothing grows on it, not even small grass. So, and cave ecosystems are what are bearing the maximum brunt of this, because the forest in the above ground, they at least have the surrounding forests, like they at least have the animals can at least escape to the surrounding regions. But animals inside caves, they have nowhere else to go apart from the cave. And caves are like very sensitive structures, so unscientifically doing anything can threaten such habitats. And yeah, caves in India also mostly serve as religious sites. Like most of the caves which are easily accessible have some temple or some are associated with some sant, like some holy man, etc. So in many parts of India, like once in a year, such sort of gathering happens, festival happens, and the festival is not the problem. The problem is that a pollution which occurs along with this festival. So government of India is not sustainably, like is not like implementing rules, strict rules regarding the uh, like this
Correct, sir.
sustainably, like like organizing these festivals. So once the
Mhm.
festival occurs, like once in a year in many parts in India, like such caves have festivals, and once the festival ends, the entire site looks like a dumping ground. So we need proper education. Like we need to educate the common people, devotees, those people who are visiting caves, to
Mhm.
respect caves, to like do not vandalize the structure there.
Yeah.
So another problem regarding caves is that damming. Also, building dams across rivers is in itself a bad idea. Like because we have to drown huge patches of forest to store water, the reservoir of water, and we cut the migration of fishes by building dams. There are many other ways in which we can like irrigate our lands without damming or without blocking our rivers. But damming also impacts the underwater ground table. So just as you now saw that the fishes video you saw, right? The water was extremely crystal clean, right? The Where does that water come from? So many times the water comes from rainwater, or else the most of the water comes from groundwater, underground rivers or channels which seep into the ground below the groundwater table into these caves. And this water, this rivers, underground rivers, streams are what brings food like energy to the fishes, animals present inside the caves. So what once we dam such rivers, like dam the path of such rivers, the water inside the caves will go on reducing until there is no water in that. And once water goes away, life will go away also. So those sort of species will end up extinct. And the in above ground, like whatever we do, like in farming or industries above the ground, all these pesticides and chemicals can seep into the ground, inside the groundwater, and this groundwater can go inside this cave, and this pesticides and this harmful chemicals accumulate inside the ground, underground, and this animals will die. That's, as I told you, these animals are extremely sensitive animals.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
yeah, yeah, what?
No, no, no. You're saying correct.
Uh,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, and the influx of pilgrims to religious caves, which should be maintained properly. We should set a limit on so caves have a limit on how much they can handle, and we should see to it that the visitors are not vandalizing the structure. Not only religious people, there are many people who for funsies will go to visit caves and destroy
Mm.
it. So yeah, and jeopardize cave ecosystems. And yeah, bias by archaeology in itself is very it's a very like rare study, very hard to do study because of the number of fragmented habitats in which the animals are found, and the unscientific. So because of speleology, so the issue regarding bias biology is that there are many fragmented habitats. The animals are present. Suppose one species of insect is found inside one cave. In the next cave, another species of insect will be found. So even two caves which are so close to each other, but they might be blocked by some path, rock or some river flowing between them. So what happens is that the both the caves will have completely different type of animals in them. So with regards to speleology, the animals in itself, the animals which we study in biospeleology, in themselves are very rare animals. Very small populations are found, and when scientists, like when they want to study such animals, when they visit these caves, unscientific, they collect this specimens, right? They have to take the specimens to their lab to study on them. So often many a times what happens that these scientists collect large number of specimens, and they completely destroy the habitat while visiting the
Okay.
caves. So
Mhm.
that's one sort of problem. And the lack of data, yeah. In India, the research paper regarding research work regarding caves is very less, as I told you many times now. Yeah, and what are the steps which you have taken towards conserving caves? So, as I told you earlier, the National Cave Research and Protection Organization advocates. This is not a government body, okay?
Okay.
This is not a government body. This is a private body, and these people are advocating for Cave Protection Act, but the government of India has never taken any step regarding caves. And members of the Meghalayan Adventure Association, just as I mentioned you right now, so they are also working to protect natural caves. So this is also not a government body. This is also private
Okay.
association. So
Mhm.
with regards to government, they are like completely negligent about caves in India. So that's all for today. Thank you for joining me in the session. I hope I didn't took a lot of time.
No,
Yeah,
no. It was very interesting session, Joe. Thank you for the
yeah,
information.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Thank you.
let's end the meeting. Yeah, thank you.